Ladies and gentlemen, this is Coda Jacobs, the crusader and visionary behind a brighter future in wrestling. If you're an honorable and noble public servant like myself, you are listening to the Game Changer Podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing Nate the Great!
We'll make it weird. So we'll start right here. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Game Changer Podcast. I am your host, NateFNGreat, and it's the only show that you will ask the question, why is Nathan also called Samantha? Well, there's a reason why that is, because the fact is that one of the three guests definitely bestowed that honor upon me, that being a very lovely redhead who is very Duchess-like, very Queen-like. You may know her as somebody who has been referred to as Miss Valerie, SoCal Valerie, Valerie Elizabeth Wyndham, Valerie Wyndham, but you know her best as the lovely and very incomparable SoCal Val, which I actually wanted to do one more thing, is that she is glorious. She won't give in. She won't give in till she is victorious. She will not defend because she does bruise like a peach.
That's true. That's true. That is the best intro ever. Thank you, Nate. Happy to be here. Obviously, big fan of your show, and we always have such a great time. So thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Always great to have you out. And can you believe it's almost been 7 years since our first show together, Val?
No, and I have to say that
no way.
One of my favorites was the Valentine's episode, and I also loved we actually got to do an in-person show. So hopefully we'll be doing that another time, but this is the next best thing. Thank you, Zoom. Thank you, technology.
Hey, WrestleMania goes Hollywood, so might as well.
Very excited about that.
All right. So the next guest that we have up here, she's one of those ladies who can cry if she wants to, love you like crazy, fight if she needs to, because she reminds us that is exactly what a grown-ass woman does. She has been known by the name of Alexis Laree, Princess Alexis, and Vicky Adams. This is the one, the only, the knockout extravaganza known as Mickie James. Welcome back.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Where does this Vicky Adams keep coming from?
What is that, Mickie?
I don't remember this.
That girl.
I'm just getting my facts from Wikipedia, so this is Wikipedia's fault.
No, this is, everyone keeps going back, and I'm like, was this a character in like one of those random, BBOW or maybe WE? It wasn't WEW because I was Alexis Laree in that, but I'm like, was this a character and I just forgot about it, or I don't ever remember?
It can't be WEW because there was no ho in the name, like Cleopatra.
Well, my name,
ho. Yeah,
G.I. Ho. Yeah,
G.I. Ho.
G.I. Ho. The Tide Killer Weed was
Weed.
She was my favorite wrestler there.
Name.
And we recently saw the chick, the French fry girl. She would have the French fries in her front pouch of her thing, and I saw her at the WrestleCon when we were in Philadelphia, and I didn't know who it was, so I'm being super nice. We might have to delete this, Nate the Great, so I don't get buried. I was being super nice, but I had no idea who she was. And then finally she brought the pictures of herself in the gimmick character. She used to wear coveralls, and remember she had the French fries in the front pouch, and then she would pull them out like spinach and eat them. In the middle of her comeback.
You would never get buried.
I remember her gimmick. I remember her gimmick, and I thought she was actually one of the girls that were one of the wrestlers or trying to be a wrestler. But she was in Philly. She came up to our table and everything, you guys. Do you remember?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. Remember?
No,
Remember?
I don't. No, I don't.
Remember?
I don't. But we age. We age, and also too, we're exhausted in WrestleCon, so you're just like, distracted by all the people.
She looks better now than she did then. I'll be honest. She looks better now than she did then. But I was like, she's talking to me like we, obviously we're friends for 20 years. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. It's good to see you too. Yeah, it's amazing. No clue until I don't know, must have been 2 hours later when she brought the picture back. Yeah.
Oh.
We were also distracted waiting for Val to go to the bathroom because she wouldn't get up and leave
okay.
her birthday.
Oh, Vicky. Oh, Vicky.
Damn it, Vicky.
And they were trying to surprise me, and I would not leave the table. And they were trying to get me to leave so they could decorate the table and surprise me, and I would not. I was committed.
I do remember now. I got WrestleCon in that one together. I got it mixed up. I remember. Oh my God, yes.
And for those that are wondering, who is that wonderful third lady that is joining us here? She is limitless. Who's that chick? Who's that chick that we see? You all know the answer. It's rhetorical. It is somebody who has been known as Queen Tara Victoria, Tara, or, and I'm actually going to fact check this because I really want to know. This is all coming off Wikipedia. She's also was known as the head bitch in charge, that being Lisa Marie Verona. Is the first?
You are correct, sir.
Okay, good.
That's my Ed McMahon. Are you guys bored? Okay. Yeah, I was so excited to hear my intro. I was like, okay, how is he going to introduce me? What's he going to get wrong? You know, if it's on Wikipedia, it must be true.
Yeah, it's Vince McMahon. His name is Vince McMahon. Gosh.
Yeah.
I thought it was Vicky McMahon.
Not Ed.
Not Ed McMahon. You are correct, sir.
Remember
Ed? Wasn't he Star Search?
Yes. And then he looked terrible when he lost weight. Remember when he lost a lot of weight and he just looked terrible? He looked sickly.
Oh no.
I like people plumpy, so you know.
I like people when they're plumpy.
Plumpy.
Lisa loves plump. Lisa loves plump. Lisa loves plump.
PlumpoMania.
PlumpoMania.
Running wild.
PlumpoMania.
I feel like that's literally just gonna be a show where you just get like junk food and you just eat throughout the entirety of the show.
Yeah.
That sounds delish.
Sign me up. Book it.
Yeah, I know. Nick, I told you Donovan just got back from his Easter egg hunt, and he had not 20 eggs, and we had to sit there and open each one individually. And they were in the other room, and so he'd have to go get one egg, and he'd bring it in. He goes, "Here's egg number 1." Opened it, showed me what was inside, closed it back up, put it in the bowl, and then go back in the living room. 20 eggs we did this with. It was great.
Winnie, how many eggs are they putting out for the kids?
Oh, I should send you the pictures. It was a whole
hundreds.
It was a whole big tote of eggs.
Wow.
I don't know.
You ever see people do the adult egg hunt where like they have eggs it's not a thing in England either, that like the colored eggs like plastic and they open, but it's like that in the US. People do it and they put airplane bottles of booze in it, and it's an adult egg hunt.
Right. There's booze, there's money, there's underwear.
Yeah.
There's
for the
did that.
There's all kinds of stuff. Lotto tickets.
Wow.
I was gonna say, are those eggs like bigger, or are they kind of like the same size as they do for kids?
I guess they'd have to be bigger if it's little bottles of booze.
That's fair.
But they do have those big eggs, the jumbo eggs too.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dollar Tree, right?
Right.
I mean, you got to make at least some kind of challenge for you if you're going to bring the adult size deal. You can't just put it like out in the open, like on a chair or something like that, like for the kids, because they're kids. They need to find these things. For the adults, you got to make it more, what's the word? Like spontaneous. You got to make it more of a challenge.
Right.
And I'd imagine it gets more challenging the more booze eggs you open. You're supposed to, on YouTube, you're supposed to like open it. If there's liquor, you do it, and then
really?
That's the game. Yeah.
Oh, that's terrible. I don't think I would last. But if that was a true like event, I'd be elbowing people, going this and nose diving towards the egg. That's a great Easter egg hunt.
That's my fire.
Mickie, we have to have that at your house. Your house is huge.
Do it. Let's do it.
I would honestly love to just see the video of that. And also of Lisa just nosediving and be like, this egg is mine.
Yeah. Happy Gloucester. Maybe next year.
That's so funny.
Yes.
The Gloucester egg hunt.
Be fun.
2023.
Gloucester egg.
So ladies, how are you doing? It's been about roughly a year since we did the last one. And we did only the audio last time. But of course, like I mentioned before the show, the reason why we're doing now video is so I can keep a special eye on somebody. No particular names are going to be like out, but let's just say that she caught me off guard, and you can definitely hear the audio of that moment where it's like, okay, what just happened?
Val?
I mean,
me? With me?
I love how everybody just goes straight to Val. It's like
it's all a blur.
Well, even if she remembers, let's remind the fans of said incident.
So I was going through the ending of the show, basically saying thank you for joining, stuff like that. And then all of a sudden, here's just this blip of Lisa, and I think she had tape on her face, and she's literally looks like Jim Carrey from Yes Man. And I'm just like, okay, what just happened? And I still went with it, but it was still one of those things where it's like, did this really happen? Okay, you know what?
I usually do that. Yeah, I usually have tape here. I'll be honest with you.
Honestly, we love the randomness of Lisa's humor. Like, that's what it is. The things you would never think of. It's only Lisa that would think of it.
You know, I don't even care anymore. It's like I don't have anyone to impress anymore. You know, just like it's just, you know what? Right? This is us. Accept me for me. God damn it.
Yeah.
Lisa, who was it that used to put the saran wrap over their face and send pictures and send the screenshot, like the selfie of themselves?
Brooke Tessmacher. Brooke. Yes.
Your humor
yes.
and her humor is actually really similar.
Yeah.
It really
is.
Yeah.
So
it's like all three of us doing a guest appearance all together. Mickie, SoCal Val, and myself doing a guest appearance, and no one wants to do guest appearances with us because we're just so ridiculous. And they're like, there's a line. Could you please hurry up and sign the autograph? And we're just popping each other, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And some of the wrestlers, we won't name names, Bobby Roode, would get really mad that we were holding up the line because we're laughing. We're like kissing babies. And he's at the end of the line going, girls, like, what do you know?
Be Rizzle. Yeah.
Be Rizzle.
Well, Robert was just jealous because the fact is that nobody gets as over as you three ladies, because now he has to, because now he's got to be like mustache, Rude, and team with Dolph Ziggler for some weird reason. I don't understand it, but it is what it is. Wrestling's weird, and no more proof of that than when I was watching Dynamite last night, seeing Joe winning the ROH TV title. That was great. For those of you that are curious, this episode's probably not going to be, released soon, but it's going to be released around a point where it's after the 100th episode, where you got to meet up with the one and only Olympic gold medalist who won it with a broken freaking neck, that being Kurt Angle, which entirely jealous. And from what I saw, was very, very humble and very modest, which
that's sweet. He's the best.
Yeah. What can I expect more from Kurt Angle? No. He's just that awesome.
Yeah.
He is awesome, but I think I was surprised, because I've been around Kurt a million times, but he was like just so outgoing and funny and making jokes that I was like surprised, because it's not like he's a super serious person. He's always just lovely, just a delightful person. But he's not always like the cut up, and he was just having so much fun. I was so thrilled to see that he was like bantering with us and all that, because he said something like, oh, in the chat, we were, by the way, if you're listening or if you're watching, we are in the live chat room every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on YouTube. Quick plug. We were in the chat room, and I was like marking out for the fact that he said, well, you guys aren't fans, you're friends. And I was like, I'm friends with Kurt Angle.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's going in the Christmas newsletter.
It was so cool too, because I remember him saying like, oh, I'm excited to come on the show and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, Kurt. And I think that's a really great thing about our show, not to just like say, like put that over, but like we do get to have genuine, just like real conversations with our friends on there. So it doesn't feel like an interview or whatever. Like, I think he was genuinely excited just to come and hang out. And every time we're getting ready to get off the show, our friends are like, oh, I don't even want to go. I'm having so much fun. It's like, so it's cool to be able to have that kind of chemistry with people and just kind of talk about real life stuff.
Yeah.
And it says a lot too. It's like, because, he turned down another interview that have millions of followers, and he was like, oh no, I don't want to do that one. I'll do your GAW TV show though.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Remember that, Mickie? Remember?
Yeah.
Right. Now that was pretty cool.
True legend. He is. For so many reasons. Yeah.
It's really crazy, because this is one of those times where people could probably say, like, you have three amazing, people who have been in the wrestling business. You're going to talk about wrestling, right? It's like, probably not, because I really, yeah. Well, we might talk about something about, Rude or Angle or something like that. But I really enjoy, the connection of, knowing that it's just, these personal episodes where it can be one of those things where we just talk about everyday life, or we talk about, struggles that people might have. One of the things that I really enjoyed listening to was when you guys were talking about the Tag Me In initiative, just that big cause for it. I had to really kind of look at that. It's like, was that really a thing? Let me just take a look at, it is really a thing. And it is something that I not only admire, but I respect the fact that you ladies definitely were out there supporting that cause. So let me ask this question. This will be the interview part of it. What brought you on to, go forward with this initiative, the Tag Me In initiative? What kind of brought it about, really?
Well, last year we worked with Girl Up campaign, and that was a supporter for WWE supported that charity a lot because it was like empowering young girls to kind of go after their dreams and stay focused in sports and all of these things and breaking down those barriers. And we obviously as women, want to help girls kind of find their confidence and stuff like that to be able to do the same kind of thing. But this year there were a lot of factors, I think, that went into supporting partnering with Tag Me In, and from Daphne passing to, really Christy and Gail and Kong and the people that are involved in like kind of the initial starting this whole initiative. We've had so many conversations with them about just our own journeys and what it takes to make it in professional wrestling and the stuff that we've been through. And I'm sure, some people, it may not seem as everybody's kind of different and everybody's journey is different, but the commonality is that everyone struggles, and a business where was very much in our generation, like it was not okay to be weak or to show those signs of weakness. And now we're allowing those conversations and allowing it to be okay to, show those weaknesses or have those conversations, just because mental health is so important, especially long-term, and especially on the other side of wrestling, when you're not wrestling as much or not wrestling on TV or anything like that anymore. I mean, I feel like there's these constant like growing pains in it. And you can feel very isolated because it can be very, we have our sisterhood here. Thank God, I'm so grateful every day. And I think, we've made amazing friends along the way that we can have these conversations too. We've been very, very blessed, but there has been people who have obviously felt very, very alone, and it's not okay. And I think it's just, we're all rising up and saying, hey, that's not okay. Like, we're all here together with you. And it was cool. It's really been amazing to see how much it's really, you just we didn't know how the wrestling community was going to take Tag Me In because of the mentality on it, right? Like, were they going to reject it of going like, hey, we're tough, like we're fine, it's cool. But it really, everyone kind of was like, you started to see everyone's personal stories of like their own personal struggles or their own personal demons or the battles or whatever, or overcoming and victorious on the other side, and or them like being a rock for somebody else that was going through similar stuff. So it was just really amazing to see everybody come together for it,
Yeah.
Beautifully said, Mickie.
Yeah.
Beautifully said. I think when you just mentioned people sharing, like I think WrestleMania, we knew it would be a cocktail event. It was for charity, but we kind of thought we would film a live GAW TV taping, and we just kind of, I didn't expect it to be a whole sit down, everyone share their story, but that was kind of the cool thing is we didn't plan it. We didn't go, hey guys, meaning the wrestlers who were there. We had Stacey the Cat Carter there, we had Jackie Gata, we had Giselle Shaw, Gail Kim, of course, was there, Melina, and it was like, we didn't really tell them what we were going to discuss. We thought it might just be us talking. And then when people actually came, Chavo was one of the first people to come, was the first person to donate, get the cash donations going, which we were just so touched by. Mm-hmm. But we didn't really say to people, hey, come join us. We're going to have a serious discussion. We need you to tell your story. It was nothing like that. It was just talking about the cause and, mentioning that we're honoring Daphne and that Tag Me In United was the initiative and that this year's chosen charity for reasons that were very near and dear to our hearts. But then as people grabbed the microphone, even Stacey said, like, I don't know what happened when I grabbed that microphone. I just started to get emotional. And she shared stories about losing her mom and being in a sad place about that. Giselle shared her stories of having trouble in school, being bullied and things like this. And we all sort of shared. Melina shared some great stuff as well. Everybody did. And it was kind of not a therapy session, but it was nice to sit there and share, because it could have easily been just a cocktail party and fun, but it got really deep and emotional. And people, this is why I want to cry, because people came up to me and all of us, a guy and his wife in particular, and said, like, that really helped me. And what you guys have been discussing on the show really helps me. Tracy Brooks, I'll reveal right now, she's our next guest on GAW TV next week. She said that, that's the first thing she said when we started. I love that you guys talk about that vulnerability and that these are tough wrestlers, especially, Lisa and Mickie and the guys as well, that you guys share and you get vulnerable on your show, because people need to know that you guys are human beings and that you also struggle, and that it's okay to talk about it and to normalize that conversation was the entire point. And the event that was WrestleMania this year really, really honed in on that. And it wasn't even planned at all.
Mm-hmm. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was like an impromptu. It was almost like a surprise party for us in a sense, I think, because we obviously did all the amazing decorations. I don't know if you saw. Lisa Beautiful. And I had for at least 2 hours, we're hanging up so many incredible decor, if you will. I'm sure you saw.
The kitchen is now enjoying.
Yes, my husband loved it. He was so impressed. But the amount of people that just kind of showed up out of the woodwork, like Scott Demore was there, and Giselle, like you said, and Giselle wore the outfit she was auctioning, but Stacey Carter Cat out of nowhere just kind of popped in there, and so did Jackie Gata, and spoke, and Chavo when he was sharing his stuff, and even like the Eddie's story. I mean, I was like, I remember him that day, and I remember that whole day very vividly because I was brand new on the road. And I also remember Melina, and I'm sitting there with Melina, and I grabbed Melina's hand because Melina was so distraught that day because she really loved Eddie, and he was very kind to her. And I think that it was just a devastating day, but then to hear his, side of it, of like what he had to go through that day, I was just like, oh my God,
that was heavy.
Oh my God, I can't imagine.
It's amazing. It's like, because people put us on pedestals. You get to travel around the world. You get to go to this place and go fight in the ring. We are still human and we still have problems of our own. When we're on the road, it's business. We leave all of our stuff we deal with at home, and you don't have really time to deal with it. So you come home with a lot of baggage, so it's like, I just said today, you guys, I'm not to make funny or anything, we've had our show, like our 100th episode. We've been together for 2 years, longer than most wrestlers' marriages.
That ain't that the truth.
Isn't that true? But, we're lucky that we have each other and we have really good friends, but to hear everybody's story and like what they've been through, we're not perfect people. We have stuff going on. We got bills. We got stuff going on at home. And, it's just like, we're all struggling too. So it's okay to have like mental issues,
Yeah. Everyone's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's the thing, is that they need the reminder that not everybody is going to be a Superman or a Wonder Woman. We have weaknesses that makes us human. So,
well, even Superman had kryptonite.
Yeah.
Oh, that is also fair.
So the fact is that we are all Superman and Superwoman in our own rights and in our own ways. And it's different. Like, that's the thing, is that because we're so different and humans are so different, like our strengths are so much more, so a variety, and as is our weaknesses, and that's kind of like when you find your good group and your good people, it's like, the things that I might be weaker in, Lisa's very strong in, and vice versa, or Val's very strong. And then we just kind of, that's what finding your tribe is finding those people that kind of can help you in those spaces that you are weaker in, and that you can help them in the spaces that you're stronger in,
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's a balance too. I think having strong women around you, or strong men and women around you, for us, it's kind of it's a girlier female empowerment kind of show. But we have a lot of male guests as well. But whoever your tribe is, like Mickie said, they kind of, it's all about a balance of things. And I was having a good conversation with my mom about girlfriends and stuff, and people that come in and out of your life. And it's one of those things for your mental health, kind of a different topic, but for your mental health, you have to make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people that are adding to your life and that are positive. Because if they're succubuses and they're, like dementors sucking the life out of the energy out of the room, and then it's bound to affect you too. So you got to surround yourself with positive people that are happy for other people's success. That's a big one for me, especially in the business and stuff, like not looking at other women or other people and kind of going, oh, well, why did they get that audition? Or I hate that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I don't want to be friends. Having a real women supporting women.
You had me at Succubus.
South Park reference.
I like that too. I think I learned way late in the game though. Like recently, I'm like, I got to get, when I talk to the girls about like, oh my God, I got to get away from this person. I don't know why. I'm like, I have a magnet on my forehead that just negativity, come to me. come to me. And they always tell me, you need to get rid of that. Out with the bad, in with the good, and surround yourself with positive people. If they're not going to just bring you down, you tend to give a lot of your energy to the people and neglect your own self and family,
Yeah.
Moana,
That's what succubuses do.
Yeah.
Succubus.
And they
That's
come
what
in
a
many
succubus
shapes and
does. They
Succubus.
suck the life right out of you. They suck the fun out. They suck the life out. They suck the energy.
Yeah. And they come in many forms. It could be a friend. It could be a childhood friend. It could be a new friend at work. It could be a boyfriend, a girlfriend. And if you keep letting yourself be around that kind of negativity, like I said, even if you're a strong person, it's bound to catch up with you. It's bound to, get to you. So you got to be careful with stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's really crazy because you ladies can definitely attest to this, is that wrestling is probably one of the highest points that you could definitely see that kind of succubus kind of come in. And I think that I've seen, the positive side and negative side of wrestling all within a matter of a year, where I've seen the bad side where people definitely have, utilized you just to get viewerships. And then there's people that want you there just to have fun with it, which is where the post I did with Lisa, who dons the yellow better, where we both had our banana suits on. Just
oh my god, things. I saw that.
Oh, I saw that. Was that your post? Who wore it better?
Yes, it was.
Okay, I was. Yeah. Moana.
That's her kind of humor. I love it.
That's so.
I love it.
fun.
Yeah.
I
love being the butt of someone's jokes.
Yeah.
Right.
You love a.
I'm one that's I do like I can make an ass out of myself as long as I make people laugh. I'm happy.
Job done.
I'll make an asshole of myself, but whatever it takes to get someone smile.
Yes, but you're a very appealing asshole, if I could say.
That is a website.
Sure. Oh my god, that's so funny.
Oh my god.
So I actually wanted to tell you, ladies, the story behind me in the banana suit, because it is kind of funny and it does bring in the positive side of the wrestling deal. How it worked out was that literally the conversation I had with the promoter was that he said, well, there's this one guy in the promotion who does not like bananas. Like he has like a deathly fear of bananas. So that's kind of the running story with that. And he literally just says, how I read this was that that he bought a bunch of bananas. And I'm kind of like, okay, I've worked with the show before, so I'm just going to pass out some bananas. Maybe they're just going to be like, oh, banana to this guy. And then I read it again. I'm like, banana suit. Oh, now I see where this is going. And as soon as I told him, yeah, no, I'll wear the banana suit. It's fine. And he just had this giddy face like, yes, I didn't buy this for nothing. So literally all I'm doing is that during his matchup, there's a point where I actually come out, and just to make it even more interesting, I paid homage to one of the best comedic things today, that being Danhausen, which I'm looking forward to that episode of GAW TV when you have Danhausen on. So I'm just literally just doing like the curse kind of deal like this. Everybody's just like, oh my gosh, it's a giant banana. There's people going, banana.
Bananahausen.
Bananahausen.
Oh my god.
Why is he afraid of bananas? Did you ever ask, like, hey, what's the thing with bananas? Do you not like the texture? What I don't understand the fear of bananas.
Yeah.
Allergic?
It's kind of one of those things where it's wrestling. Most things need to have a reason behind existing.
Oh, he's not really scared of bananas?
No.
Oh, I thought he was really scared.
Oh, that's why.
They were ripping him because
He
he
a tabby cat?
gets scared of bananas.
So did I. And I go, really? What's the problem with bananas? Like, there's certain foods I don't like.
I've always wanted to throw the banana in the ring so they would like legit slip on the banana peel.
Oh, we should have done that, Mickie, in our matches.
I know.
That's some house show shenanigans that you guys.
That is some house show shenanigans if I ever did see one.
Yeah.
If you sat there and peeled it, ate it, and then tossed it in the ring.
Beautiful.
And then my entrance music hits, and then I slip and fall and eat shit, and you roll me in it, and give me what?
And then it would be funny, and then everyone could go home sooner because your match is done. So again, yeah, it's like the cheat egg. What do you say at the end of every show? And now here's something. the match we've all been waiting for, the last match. Actually, you might not know that. That was always on the headset at Impact Wrestling. That's a Keith Mitchellism.
Oh, really?
That's so
Yeah.
fun.
I didn't know that.
Every day he would say that.
And he thought it was a brand new joke every day. I love it.
It was tradition, but we loved hearing it because it meant like, okay, we're done. We'd go to the ale house, get some zingers and some vodka sodas. That's how my mind worked anyway. I was like, when I hear him say that, then I'm like, all right, time for tacos.
I'm getting my taco dance on.
See, oh my gosh. I'm just imagining, Lisa, now that I know that you have that random kind of sense of humor, I want there to be a photo of us, you either as a banana or me as a banana, and one of us as a taco, and just us randomly just posing.
Oh my God.
I was a hot dog on the Jericho cruise.
Amazon. That's
I'll
right.
find a photo and I have photos and videos. It was my favorite Halloween I've ever had in my life.
Were you wearing a mustache too?
I was wearing a mustache, and Jericho was like, he goes, Val, why? He goes, okay, whatever, your costume. And I'm like, I want to announce the wiener. Get it? Ha ha. And he goes, but Val, he goes, why the mustache? And I was like, I'm a spicy hot dog. I don't know. And I was like, I was so offended, like, really? Why? Because I had an eyeliner pen, and I wanted to make it even weirder and more random. I came out and like I had like this weird walk. Like I didn't care what people thought. I just thought it was so funny. I was popping myself so huge. My best friend Kristen had one as well. We just ran around the cruise dressed as hot dogs. It was so. And then we found an actual hot dog. I will send you this photo, as if it was our dead brother. It was being served on a plate, so it's us going like holding as hot dogs, holding this real hot dog as if you had died. So I will send you.
Oh no!
Read it just for you guys.
Could have also done.
It's gonna be on at Nate the Great's show, and we never even had the picture on our freaking show. You're welcome, Nate.
Nate the Great
Exclusive. Yes.
She could have had Kristen dress up like a pickle, and you could have been a Chicago dog.
See?
Yeah.
Or a little bowl of chili or something.
Yeah. Or have you seen like the peanut butter and jelly or the ketchup and mustard?
I love that.
Yeah.
I found a ranch packet last year at Target, a giant ranch packet. And like, it didn't make much sense to people that don't know, but like, I love ranch dressing, and it's something I complained about not ever having in England. So like, I could be a packet of ranch. And no one thought that was as funny as I did, but I thought it was.
Well, I hope that you stock up on those Hidden Valley Ranch dry packets while you're here.
Tons.
That way.
Did?
Yeah.
Okay.
That Crystal, I have on my list. Crystal Light, ranch. Yeah. All kinds of things.
Yeah.
Now I'm just curious if like the next time that I actually send you something, Val, should it just be like a packet of like Hidden Valley Ranch next time?
Yep. No more Twizzlers.
And Pringles too, right? You like Pringles?
I like Pringles. They have Pringles up there though. They're up there. Doritos are different over there. That's weird.
Yeah, Doritos are different there.
They're mealier over there.
I was about to say, do they not have the nacho or the ranch sense to it? No, they don't. That's right.
No, they do. They have like a cool ranch, but it doesn't taste the same as our Doritos.
But they do have Mickie and I have our favorite potato chips over there.
The Walker's
the shrimp cocktail. The Walker's shrimp cocktail.
Prawn
cocktail.
The bar snacks, like when you're in a pub snacks, that they got us beat by miles. Like we have like peanuts,
like what?
But they're like these little things. Like people that are from the UK will understand, like bacon fries, scampi fries. I'll try to get you guys someone in Liverpool. You will probably find him anyway, but from Milton Keynes especially, but all the bars.
Oh, you mean we're going to have to go to a bar?
If that's okay.
What is that?
Yeah.
Very excited for that.
What is a bar exactly? I'm an innocent soul, and I don't drink. So now
I don't drink, except on days that end in Y.
Angel. I'm an angel.
It's just weird to be recording and not have a glass of wine in my hand. We're so used to that on GAW TV.
Yeah.
Oh, I got you, scissors.
Yeah.
I got my Coke Zero today.
You're crazy.
You still have to go
we didn't ask you who you're wearing or what you're drinking.
So I'm just going to be drinking a nice wholesome H2O for the time being, because I think that
blue cup.
Yep. Next time, red Solo cups were out. Haha. So next time that we do the show, I definitely will have to do some kind of alcoholic beverage because it is what it is. A lot of people notice that I'm wearing a friend's hat, which says, "How you doing?" But I'm also wearing a t-shirt that is, let me see if I can get it up here, by one Jaden Mercer, who is a amazing talent here in Wisconsin. Definitely shout out to him. Also shout out for him giving me this shirt via PayPal because a lot of other people just need cash or something like that. He actually adapted to the whole thing. I love seeing your dog just literally knocking down the gate behind you, Lisa. Just be like,
I know. It's Amazon's at my door. That's why Amazon.
But
but
I'll say that Jaden Mercer is one of those guys who is like a combination of Buddy Murphy and Malachi Black. He is, I am putting him over that much. He is that good. And the kid is probably, I want to say like early to mid 20s, I want to say. So I'm hoping that, his future is just nothing but bright things. So shout out to Jaden Mercer, one of the best in all of Wisconsin and definitely one of the brighter stars here. But yeah, it's also going to be crazy because we have been dealing with snow here in Wisconsin for the longest of time. And we're still dealing with it. And I just said, as long as there's no more snow in May, then it's fine. April is kind of one of those flip of a coin kind of months here for us. Because some Aprils, we got sunshine. Other Aprils, like, nope, we got another round of snow, at least the last batch.
Let's switch, dude. It's freaking like 90 degrees here. I hated it when I lived here, and I do love Orlando, but I hate the weather. I hate it so much. Ugh.
Is that guy related to Roy D. Mercer?
I'm going to have to ask him that, but I don't think he is, no.
What's it look like? How big a boy is he?
How big a boy is he?
I would say about I would say definitely like Murphy size, maybe a little bit shorter. Murphy size.
He's about Murphy and a half.
Murphy. Oh my goodness.
Why that taught me so much? He's Murphy size. He's about Nash size.
Oh my god.
That's a
Speaking of weather,
do you know who that is, Nate the Great?
That is the first time I've ever heard that name.
Well, you need to
give it a Google.
You need to give him a goog.
I will give him a goog.
Sweet googs.
Give him a goog, if you will.
Hashtag give it a goog. That's really cute. Give it a goog.
Give it a goog.
I heard someone the other day. We're at a bar. Shockingly, I know. Sorry, Mom. And they go preach. I was like, you can't even say I appreciate preach.
Preach. I used to say prash for precious. Oh, prash.
Your totes prash.
Totes prash.
Roy D.
Roy D. with the letter D with a period. Mercer.
Yeah.
So you know who this is. So Roy D. Mercer, this is this is when people still had CDs and stuff.
I don't even know what he looks like.
We would get his CDs at like truck stops, which you can still find them there because tractor trailers still have CD players, clearly. But he's a comedy prank caller, and he was like right around the same time, maybe a little bit before or after the Jerky Boys, that whole thing. Yeah. That's one of my favorites, that one. And I would put it in the car on long rides, and we would do this all the time, and just listen to him prank call these people. And he'd talk about his wife and his son and his wife. Stories. Yeah, make up stories. His son had a pet mouse named Liberace.
Yep.
Remember Liberace?
He has a lot of albums. Mickey, look at all the albums he has.
Very successful.
We talked about it in depth on our show, Lisa. Nate, you look up the Goldberg interview. It's a good place.
Oh my God, that's the best one. That's one of the best ones. I don't know if it's the best one because God, there's some really good ones.
That and the hamster.
He threatens the man that he's going to come down there and take a hunk out of him big enough to bait a bear trap.
Yeah.
And his wife, Sharon Jean.
Yep. Who doesn't exist.
Yeah. She's a big bone woman.
Yeah.
But
she's a big woman.
She's a big, yeah. Oh my God, Lisa, you don't know who this is?
No, I'm shocked.
You need to go and listen to these. I would laugh for hours of like stupid, just nonsense of him. And people would he would hook them in. It was like prank calls, and he would hook them in.
He's very progressive for his time.
We can listen to it at Level Wrestling.
Yeah.
Yeah, Nate, Roy D. Mercer, look up the Goldberg interview, and that'll tell you everything you need to know. You're going to want to listen to.
That's one of the first things that popped up was the Goldberg prank. So I'm just kind of like, oh, that's going to be something I'm going to need to listen to now.
Yep.
But hearing all these deals, it was really funny because as I was thinking in my head yesterday about like questions I'm going to ask or some of these crazy things, I'm thinking to myself, it's also kind of funny. It would be kind of one of those things where I just make up stories of the first time I actually met each one of you. And it's just one of those things where I thought that'd be kind of funny, but would that actually be a good time filler? Would that just be one of those things where it would just show? It's one of those things where it's like, I love improv. So just coming up with these stories at the top of my head is just kind of like, okay, this might actually be kind of funny. Like, story for how I met up with Val was that we actually met at an Impact Zone taping. And there's this deal where James Storm comes up to me. He just says, boy, you don't deserve be here. Sorry about your damn luck. And Val's just
that
like,
sounds like James Storm. Overstepping. Just kidding.
Yeah. Overstepping.
Watch where you're stepping, boy. See that waitress over there?
Hey, who invited you to be here, brother?
Yeah, brother. God, I love Storm. I haven't seen Storm in ages.
Storm watch.
That like another random story would be that Lisa and I actually met at like a strip mall at like a food court, and I was like, you know what, I think I just want to give her some time to just, you know, give her space, be respectful to her. But it's like one of those things where we just kept having like a good conversation after good conversation. We just kept talking to the food court's like, okay, you guys need to go.
Get out of here.
You know what? I have a bad a face that you can tell, like, I don't know what you're talking about. So if you would have told me a story, I would have tried to go, I remember, but my face would be going, yeah. What are you talking about? I'm a bad liar.
That's what I was saying. Like, this would be like told time filler where I'm just improving stories. And Mickie and I.
Now, how about Mickie?
Mickie and I would have met actually in high school. Shockingly enough, we're actually almost about the same age, even though I don't look it. And it's one of those things where we were just really good friends. And we never really made to the romantic level. It was just one of those things where we would just go like proms together, have some time, stuff like that. And we made a vow that when we graduated, if we didn't find anybody, then we would actually be together as a couple. Unfortunately, that did not happen because she met somebody, but it was one of those moments where she came to my graduation, we hugged, and she gave me one of the best kisses that I could ever imagine. It's like, you know what? If I could find a woman that kisses as good as Mickie, then
this is some rom-com.
Yeah. To put that much time in your freaking story.
I feel like this really happened. What?
I need a restraining order.
Like he doesn't plan his stuff. Like he takes the caller's, information, and he just keeps making things up about, well, this happened and then I had to go to the hospital and all this weird stuff. So if you like improv, Nate, that's what he does.
This worked out perfectly. Yeah. And also to your hubby Nick, please don't hurt me. This was just a made up story. This is none of it is true.
I'll tell you, sitting by Mickie and Nick at WrestleCon, I think I heard that every 10 minutes. Oh, don't hurt me over there, Nick. I think she's fine. Like, okay. So all I heard
when I was talking to Nick before you guys woke up, ladies, Nick and I were crack a dog drinking coffee. I'm like, wow, we're the only ones up. And I'm like going, and we were just talking about the appearances, and he goes, I can't tell you how many times are like going, hey, I'm going to steal her away from you, Nick. And he goes, yeah, go for it. Like, that's such
a weird thing.
Right?
I overheard a woman saying it, like, oh, I just love to run away with Mickie. Now don't run after me, Nick. And I was like, what are you doing? You get some weird stuff, Mickie.
I get.
Yeah, I can see you.
I welcome the weirdos.
Yeah.
Come to me.
All are welcome.
All welcome.
And I was about to say, my story didn't scare her too much because she's still on the call right now. So
there you go.
Just ending the interview right there. It's just like, this will be the last time that GAW TV appears on Game Changer Podcast. Just for unrelated reasons due to a story that might have been told on the show.
That was an exclusive, ladies and gentlemen.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah.
But no, I just love the storytelling aspect of like the improv deal, because you can literally just say like, let's do like a little exercise right here. So let's just say we'll go back to another story with me and Val. Lisa, just pick a location. That could be just like
San Diego.
San Diego.
Oh, Dollar Tree store
in San Diego. Oh, that reminds me. Val, you remember that time we went to that store and you wanted to buy every single packet of ramen that was there, and I just told you I only have $5 to spare, and she's like, good enough.
Yes. And I remember you dared me to go outside and start begging for change and like rub dirt on myself so I looked homeless, and I did it. Remember?
Yeah, and I also remember that I had to be the one to do it because you just were so hell bent on just keeping your makeup as the way it was, and then there was
that sounds more, yeah.
And then there was just some person that was just like, what do you see in this guy? And you just went like, I don't know, it's Saturday, looking for a fun time, and this was probably the best I could do.
And it's the Dollar Tree. What's not to love? I didn't even tell
Dollar Tree.
I didn't even tell the girls, Nate, by the way, that so when I first met you, you were doing like, podcasting and announcing, but you've actually now gotten into the ring, into in-ring competition. So how's that going?
So when I was telling you guys about the negative aspect of wrestling, which unfortunately I encountered this year, that was another thing that I was going to talk briefly about, because this kind of one of those things, it was a stupid situation where there was drama involved, and it was a situation where I did not need to be in that. So long story short, somehow I got involved in it because I was associated with candidate A and candidate B, and candidate B, who was the person I was working for the wrestling deal, decided, okay, we're no longer doing business with you. So no longer wrestling with them anymore. But it was just drama filled. It was one of those things. I didn't need to be involved in that, but unfortunately I was friends with both sides. So they just was like, oh, pick a side, blah, 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 that kind of deal. So
sounds like independent wrestling to me.
Sounds like independent politics to me.
Yeah. But it's one of those things where I'm doing better after leaving that, because even though I tried so much, to promote them, to speak positively about them, it definitely felt like it was very creatively stifling environment that I was dealing with, because
right. Well, and you can't have that.
Yeah. And when somebody wants to be the head of the show, they got to be the spotlight, nobody else. But a lot of people were saying, dude, you're like one of my favorite parts of that show, because I was being such a huge douchebag to so many people. Like when I won their head title, first thing that I did, because I had control of the company, was that I actually fired one of their kids from the show. And I got so much heat from that on air, not off the scene. This was all scripted. This was all planned. So it wasn't one of those things where I was just like going off script. Oh, he's fired. No, it was just one of those things. First live show. What's the best way to get heat? Oh, fire our kid. Okay. So I did that, and it was like, okay.
Hey, kid, how old is this kid?
He's going to be in high school, I want to say.
Okay.
Was it the promoter's kid?
Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's so funny.
The storyline, for God's sakes, come on. Right?
Yeah.
Like, and then
But especially like early indies and stuff, I don't think there's a lot of people that you meet, they take it so damn seriously. And I'm like, honestly, it's not, it's not that, what is it, still real to me, damn it. You get a lot of that weird stuff. And especially like the politics you were saying, like, I can't tell you how many times it was like, well, you can't work their show. And I'm like, okay, I'm 17 and I'm trying to do all the shows I can. So you're not even paying me. You tell me not to work with the guy down the street because what now? Because a weird feud you're having? I can't.
Yeah.
That kind of politics.
I remember that too. And I was like, how do you think I expect to like make it in wrestling if I don't leave this one? You notice how all those people that are probably in that little town of Minnesota wrestling at that one like little promotion, they'll probably still be there in 10 years. Because
they all are. Yeah.
Yeah. Or they have been there for 10 years and they've not gone anywhere because of that mentality of like.
And they're still thinking really like over the top seriously about it and like not understanding the grand scheme of things, that it's not, you know what I mean? That's, you see that a lot in independent wrestling. I was just talking to people about that because I've known some people from like my early shows in Florida that I saw, and they always had the bright mentality about it. They're still doing shows here and there, but it's not like their entire life. It's kind of something they enjoy doing. It's not like, okay, I'm, pushing 50 and I'm going to still make it on WWE. It's like they get that it's just fun and it's something they, enjoy. Right. Not Vince is going to call any day, brother. Like, what's his name? May he rest in peace. I'm not booked, Terry. That guy. That was Dennis Stamp. But he took it really seriously. That was kind of the whole interesting part of the thing. I'm not trying to be rude.
Yeah. I'm not booked, Terry.
I'm not booked, Terry. Remember he was on his trampoline? Like, you never know when they're going to call. Got to be ready. It's like, oh, dude.
Yeah.
Get off that trampoline.
Yeah.
Get off the treadmill, get off the trampoline. Who are you kidding? Who are you kidding at this point?
Bless your faith and
bless your heart.
Crash. Hashtag for you, Nate. Crash. Hashtag crash.
I'm just waiting now for somebody to do a parody of Lord of the Rings and just be like, my Presh.
You know who does a great my precious, is Christy Hemme.
Does she?
Oh, really?
I've not heard that.
Have you seen it, Mickie?
When she does her face.
Yeah. And her hair, she'll slick back it and just it's pretty, like, oh my God, you're a model. I'm like, oh my God. Like when she does it exactly looking like it.
I have to see this.
Yeah, you do. You do.
Well, we had her on the show, but we were talking about the tag me in and stuff. So it wasn't a great time to go, hey, by the way, do that weird impression.
Do that weird impression thing you do.
So you probably don't want the whole damn world to see, but yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
I love a good impression. Oh,
my God. Good Lord.
Yes.
Now you got PlumpoMania. Now you got Impressionmania is going to be the next one that you'll have to do for
impression.
Impressionmania.
Impressionmania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, you girls can just write like your own dictionary, like a God dictionary of just these terms.
We really should. We actually thought about doing the commandments of GAW, of like, to being a grown ass woman, like the rules to be a grown ass woman.
Yeah.
Well, how many commandments would there be? Would there be 10? Would there be less?
I feel like there should be 10. But,
I think.
Thou
shalt not let Lisa be shot master.
Yeah. Thou shalt not deal with the bullshit.
Yeah. Thou shalt
That's a good one.
mention food at every turn on every episode. It always goes to food. Every show.
I've noticed that.
Yeah. We never mean to.
Yeah. Thou shalt not shed a tear on our show.
God,
we would
that
all we all cry.
Yeah.
I was about to say that's a tough commandment to break, though. But on a good day, I'm sure it's easy to follow through. But
not too bad. We'll work on that.
Yeah,
fun time. Yes. Thank you, Nate. This has been
the laws of GAW. I think that was the name of it. Remember the laws?
Yeah,
yes. Laws of GAW.
Yeah. We got to work on that. We need to work on that.
We've had some catchy things. I was just trying to remember right now. I was like, God, why didn't I write that down? Whatever I said.
Know.
That was pretty clever.
A lot of hashtags.
So when you go back and listen to it and remind me of what I said, that was super catchy and funny.
Oh my God, there's so many.
Yeah,
I am writing that though right now. I'm sorry.
That's why it's fun to ask people like what their favorite episodes were or what their favorite moments were, because we go, oh my God, I remember that one. Like someone brought up the Hornswoggle St. Patty's Day episode of the day, and it was that was one of our favorite ones. It was so funny and silly, and there was a drinking game and it went awry, and I don't know why.
Couldn't have been because you were dealing with a Wisconsinite. Could not have been that. I mean,
no,
I think that might have been part of it.
Well, unfortunately, we're reaching that point where, unfortunately, I'm going to have to let the ladies go and live about their days and live about their time. Which,
hey, we love you. It's been an honor, and it's nice to get to know you. Yeah,
you are great.
You are great. Everything we've heard is true. You're just so great.
Well, trust me, I'll get into the thank yous for each of you individually. But before we get into that, ladies, the floor is yours. I would love for you to promote anything that you would like, whether it be social media, big events that you got coming up, anything that you want to just plug. That is going to be the point right here. So I'll try to be the moderator when it comes to this. Val, why don't you kick us off?
Ooh, first of all, I want to say thanks again, Nate. We will invite everyone to join us on YouTube every single Wednesday at 5 p.m. Eastern. We also have a podcast. We have an unfiltered version on our podcast. And of course, if you want to support anything GAW TV, it's GawTV.com and our Patreon, patreon.com/GAW TV. We get unfiltered versions of the episodes, exclusive photos, videos, live chats, and monthly rewards on patreon.com/GAW TV.
Amazing. Don't you have also an exclusive website?
I do. Thanks so much for asking, Lisa. I have onlyfans.com/SoCal Val, and I have SoCalValVIP.com for all of my personal exclusives.
Exclusives. Very nice.
And all three of us will be at, when is this airing, Nate? Is this coming up soon?
Hopefully I'm going to get this thing either before or after the next episode that you guys have coming out.
Oh, I see.
Because I still have to.
So we'll be for the Love of Wrestling. We'll be at for the Love of Wrestling in Liverpool together.
At the end of the month,
filming another GAW. Yeah, doing a GAW TV show there and doing an exclusive Patreon phone chat with all of our top tiers, our gorgeous tiers. Yes, and yes.
Everyone's gonna
Yes.
get a screenshot of that.
Yes.
And
send
also,
it to us.
don't forget to download Mickey's new single that just
Sis.
dropped. I'm pissed. I'm pissed.
Fucking
I'm
pissed.
pissed. And we are all on, we all have an exclusive website. Mine is lisamarievip.com. So
Aw.
there.
Yeah. Mine's Hardcore Country Club, my official fan club. I know.
I like yours.
I was very excited to be able to do that. And then obviously MickieJames.com. You can come try to find my schedule and all that good stuff there and all the socials. But yeah, obviously every Wednesday live on the tube of you, if you will. You can find
The
GAW
tube of
TV.
you.
The tube of you, if you will. You can catch us live in the chat ski. You can watch it, all the exclusives on Patreon, or you could listen to it for free while you're doing all the things on the GAWcast, because we're awesome and it's a lot of fun. And I can't believe we're 2 years old.
I got to plug in your freaking legacy subs. My boyfriend has lost freaking 20 pounds. He doesn't even take it every day. It's the fat burner that you guys sell. Doesn't take it every other day and lost 20 pounds.
That's right. And
Doesn't
if you
work
are
out.
a new person ordering from legacysubs.com, you can sign up into the subscription and the mailer and you get 20% off. Or you can use code GAW, G-A-W, and get 20% off every single order. Yeah, we got some good supplements over there, and it's been doing really, really well.
is amazing.
Legacy Subs and her legacy. Yeah.
Look at
all
this
kinds of
skin.
crazy things.
My collagen stuff is really kicking in. I'm using the collagen that you sent me, Nikki.
I feel
Wow.
really,
I was trying to do it. I'm like, maybe my says
that hurts, you guys.
Somehow that's going to be the one picture that everybody's going to be looking at.
This?
You're like, this is GAW TV. blub, 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 blub goes to Lisa.
But to you, Nate, thank you so much for having us.
Cheers, Nate.
It's always
Thank
fun.
you, Nate.
It's a great party.
Absolutely.
Yay.
Absolutely.
Gam. He's Gam. Grown ass man, Gam.
Grown ass man.
Yes.
Grown ass man. So for those of you that are looking to follow me on social media, Instagram, Twitter at RealFNGame. Also check out every single podcast format you can find, because that is where you're going to find this. But you're also going to find not only the audio, but also the video for this on the YouTube channel, which is going to be the Game Changer Podcast. Check that out. So before we go, just wanted to say to each and every one of you lovely ladies that we have here, Val, again, we're reaching 7 years of working with each other, and I don't know if I've said this before, but I want to say it again if I have, that I feel like you were definitely a trailblazer when it comes to doing this whole podcasting deal, especially the interviews, because when I look at it, so many times I have looked at thinking, if I had not talked to Val first, would I have been able to meet up with so many of the great people that I have? The answer would be hard. Steve Austin, hell no, because
thank you.
she's got the connection. She knows the right people, but she also is one of the best friends that I could honestly ever hope for. So thank you, Val, for being just an amazing friend.
Thank you. You're a pro, Nate. I told you.
Anniversary.
I do what I can.
Happy anniversary.
Well, we're gonna be doing an anniversary episode. That's a spoiler for everybody. So
champagne for everybody.
To the one and only Lisa, you have been always a joy to talk to and always a joy to just talk with. I say this again, we're going to be doing some goofy photos when we meet each other in person, whether it's literally you putting me in a wrestling hold or us dressing up like a couple of wieners or bananas.
We're not doing wrestling holds. Let's do goofy.
We'll do goofy. Yeah. It is. Goofy it is. Did you also like did you also love the email that I sent you from one banana to another?
Yes.
She literally sent me a message saying, like, hey, send me a link at this email. And I was like, how can I make this even more funny? Oh, here we go.
Banana gram.
Well, I asked Val, I go, no, I don't see a link. She goes, he hasn't said it yet. And I go, oh, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. Because I DM'd Nate and I go, hey, I don't have the link yet. We're starting in 30 minutes. Yeah. Okay. So, I apologize for that. But I popped on it.
Oh, always very punctual. And I'll know next time that when we have all three of you ladies on again, 30 minutes before showtime, send Lisa the link.
Whenever. We're here.
And to the one and only Mickie James, every single time we talk, it's just one of those things where I have come to continue to respect you not only as a wrestler but also as an amazing, tremendous woman. And hey, please don't send me a copyright strike for using one of the lyrics from one of your songs, "Grown Ass Women." Definitely check that out. As hey, I didn't sing it, so I think I'm fine. So.
I think we're okay. That's not me that does that, by the way. It's I'm signed.
You can't sing it?
Yeah, no, because all music now, there's a new law that just passed, and so with I think it's the MLC, it's just protecting songwriters on the rights of their songs and stuff. So they do copyright claims, and if they have like X amount of time of somebody's song used in a thing, that's why if you don't have the,
permission,
it's permission.
So I like when I sing it, like
you're screwed.
We're screwed.
I can't even sing it as a fan.
You can sing it, and karaoke and stuff you can get away with. It's like when you play clips of the song.
Okay, well, I'm a grown ass woman, y'all.